Welcome everybody to In Spiritual Journey. So today I'm going to do a pick a card reading just because, we're just going to see what comes up. Some energy for this weekend or going into the next week. So this first pile here, we have the beautiful sunstone. The second pile, we have the citrine. And the third pile, we have the red jasper. So, don't think too much about it. Just whatever one's calling to you, like in your gut, your instinct, just trust that. So if you need to pause, please do so, and then we'll get into the readings. Okay, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3, and timestamps will be in the description. Okay, so if you have chosen pile number 1, thank you for joining me, and we're going to go ahead and get into your message. But I want to tell you about this beautiful sunstone. So I actually have a necklace of this. They can be in different shades, but this is a stone of, it has qualities of that it gives us with direction. So like if we feel like we don't know which way to go, it can gift us with that sense of direction. And it also has the ability to give us a boost in self-empowerment. So it's a beautiful stone to have. And if you want to kind of like work with it with your chakras, there's many other stones that you can pair it with to help, like especially like the solar or sacral chakra. So let's go ahead and get into these messages. The first card we have is vertigo. Whatever you choose will be correct. Well, there you go. That stone is perfect for that. Because, when we try to make choices of which direction to go, it can be overwhelming. We can let our fear take hold, especially if we've had situations where it didn't go the right way, and we had more challenges, or it just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. So this is saying, see this key here, which is interesting because it's on the front of the deck as well, on the back of the deck. This key looks like there's like doorways in the background. There's many keys, so they all open different doors. So there's so many opportunities out there and choices that we can go into, but we never know which one's going to be the right way. But this is saying whatever you choose will be correct, because even though it might not be the outcome that we wanted, it still will be something that we needed, like a lesson or wisdom gained or anything like that. So whatever you're choosing, if you're sitting there, and it kind of reminds me of that, Two of Wands energy, where we're like we're at a crossroads and we're trying to make a decision. And sometimes with the Two of Swords energy, we can also get into our overthinking, where that makes it even worse, because it makes it even harder to make a decision. So this is saying, just trust your gut and your intuition, and whatever doorway you choose to use this key to unlock, it's going to be okay. It's going to be correct, because it's either a much needed lesson to be learned or strength to be gained, but it's going to be the correct way. So don't overthink it too much. So let's get into Power of Surrender card. So we have surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So yeah, so this is, again, going within. Sometimes the outer world, with all the chaos and all the things that we have going on in our life, our mind tends to, have so much overwhelm, and also our constant chatter in our head. It can lessen our intuition and that gut, especially when our mind is in that overthinking mode, or our ego is in that fear mode. So this is saying, take some time out. We're the weekend. If you're not working, take some time to yourself. Maybe have a relaxing bath, or go, take a walk in nature, whatever it is, just to quiet your mind. Or if you practice meditation or prayer, those are all good ways. Light some incense, light a candle, and put on some soothing, relaxing meditation music, and just quiet that mind, and the answer will come to you. Okay, so surrender to silence. All right, so what else do we have? We also have support. So people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then move on, while others return often, and you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. So this could be about something with a relationship or connections that we have, because we have many people come into our life, and like it says, some just are only for a brief moment, and some are challenging, but it does teach us that lesson. So this could be something with that as well. If this is a relationship or a situation that is ending or something like that, this is saying, it served its purpose and it's time to move forward. So don't overthink it too much. All right, let's get our tarot. So, oh yeah, see, there's that Five of Cups, so it's disappointment. And we have it with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, okay. So, you know, this could be that choice we're making here that's difficult. So the Five of Cups, you know, it's all about, you know, disappointments and loss, right? And then the Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings. So I feel like there's something here coming to an end or closing off, and then we have this new beginning coming in. So this is kind of like what it is. It's kind of like something is being let go of, and you know, it could be, you know, bittersweet. So sometimes our endings are bittersweet. They come to a loss, but then there's something on the horizon. So something sad and disappointing here, but then there's something new coming in. So that's what I feel like. There could be some energy here where you're trying to make a decision, almost kind of holding on to these disappointments, because you notice these are things that were, you know, filled his cup before, but they got toppled over. They no longer serve the purpose, right? But he still has these two cups in the background that are full. That is his abundance that he should practice gratitude for, right? But he's too focused on the spilled cups. So, you know, holding on to the past isn't going to help us with our present or our future. So this is getting over that. So there could be some kind of decision here about where you're still holding on to that past. And, you know, it's really hard to open that new door with that key that we had before. It's hard to open new doors when we're still have our foot halfway in the old door, you know, old doorway. So this is letting go of this disappointment. You know, it served its purpose. You know, we can take the good memories with us and the lessons we learned from it, but it's time to move on to this new beginning. Okay, so let's see what else the next combination is. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we have the Nine of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Oh yeah, this is all in the feels, right? So this is a state of you know, emotional well-being as well as material well-being, you know, because the Queen of Cups is all about you know, our happiness and our intuition, our compassion. She's very compassionate and she has a really good intuition, right? And then we have this Nine of Cups, which is all about, you know, our contentment, our bliss. This is often sometimes referred to as the wish card or the card of happiness. So this is feeling happy, you know, and as well as compassionate and, you know, loving and intuitive. So this is a good combination here. But there could be something for you to remember here, because if we get complacent because we expect things to go well all the time, and you notice before you had that disappointment, something ended, you know, it can throw us off. And we get into that emotional state where we want to cling or be codependent. So just know that, you know, you don't want to get too complacent with this, because things can happen. You know, life's always changing. So just remember that you don't want to get in that state of where you're holding on to things or thinking things will last forever, you know. So that might be also, like I said, why you're holding on too hard to these things that have spilled, because everything is changing constantly, you know, like that Wheel of Fortune, it's constantly moving forward. So this is an energy saying, you know, if there's something here from your past, you know, that, like I said, we get complacent with things, so we want to hold on to those things that make us happy, but life is always changing, so we have to realize that we're always in a state of change. So things go away, but new beginnings come, new doorways open, right? So if you need to tap on the support of the people that are always around, you know, count on those ones that are always around with the long haul. But just realize the ones that have been in our past that maybe just already served their lesson and it's time to move forward. But this is something for you to contemplate right now. So go within. This is what the universe is asking you. Go within, you know, trust that gut feeling that you're having, and realize that everything changes and everything moves on. But we cannot hold on to the past unless we let it go, so we can go into that new doorway of new opportunities and new beginnings. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a last card here. So we have Serenity. Value quiet days with only the resulting leaves breaking the silence. Yeah, so again, it's asking you to have some time for quiet. And I really feel like this is your mind, because like I said, sometimes we tend to overthink things. When people leave our life, we can sit there and wonder, like, was it something I did? Maybe I could have done something different. You know, whatever the situation is that you're letting go of, whatever that hold it's got over you, it's time to, you know, take the lessons that you've learned, Take the beautiful memories and let go of the rest. It's served its purpose. You've learned your lesson, and there's nothing that can be done about it now, and it's time to move forward. So do it with a little peace and serenity and silence and appreciation and gratitude for having that in your life, basically. So we're going to go close this recipe. We're going to close this lesson with a spell. So now we have, take a deep breath, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Inhale deeply, feeling the air fill your belly and deep in your chest. Open your mouth and let out a big sigh while, I'm sorry, this is hard in this camera, while exhaling and imagining stress leaving your body. Repeat through 3 or 4 times. Yeah, so this is a good practice because sometimes it just gets built up in our body. So when we focus on our breath, it can bring us a state of calm and peace, you know, that prana, our life force. So this is saying again, so you might, like I said, take a deep cleansing cleansing bath, you know, that will free your mind a little bit with quiet. You know, put some lavender salts in there, light some candles, some incense, whatever it is, some light music, and, you know, sit in there and take a few deep breaths and exhale, really focusing on that breath, you know, and quieting that mind so you can tap into that intuition and your gut feeling, as well as, you know, it could be outside and under a tree or something like that. So there's something about your breath as well. So focusing on your breath, releasing whatever's falling away from your past so you can be ready and empowered and know the direction to go with this sunstone. Okay, so that is your message pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Okay, so pile number 2, welcome. So we're going to get into your reading, but I just want to explain about the citrine. So the citrine is said to be a gift from the sun, and it's associated with optimism and positivity, and it helps us activate, especially when we use it with the solar plexus chakra, it helps to activate confidence and personal power. So so it's a kind of a happy stone. So let's go ahead and see what our cards are. Oh, so we have translucence, love the darkness. So, you know, in life, it's easy to get, you know, just bombarded with superficial things and, you know, just day-to-day life. So, you know, just kind of like surface level. And this is kind of redefining our life. And it's saying, you know, to like kind of like surrender and, you know, surrender to the unknown and even go within and not be afraid of our shadows, because our shadows are part of us. And a lot of people, you know, kind of want to disown them or not make them public, but, you know, they actually help us, you know, and sometimes they can even block us from our abundance because, you know, if we get into that shadowy where we're fear or we have that abandonment issues or things like that, they can hold us back. So, you know, this is saying kind of fall in love with your shadow and, you know, take a look at it and see where it might be holding you back, but also where it can benefit you, because a lot of people take the power from their shadows and use it like as a catalyst to be able to help them move forward as well as help other people. So, you know, this is saying to, you know, don't be in that like translucent state. Go deep, you know, don't be afraid of it. Just go within and tap into those shadows and those things where you're considering as negative aspects, because they can be beneficial to you. So let's go ahead and see what else is coming up. Yeah, we have take a moment. Stop now is the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before the important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So what I'm getting for these 2 cards here is there could be something that you're reacting on or needing to make a decision on, and the universe and spirit are here saying that, you know, hold up and realize that some of our decisions we make out of fear base or our ego stem from some kind of shadows within us, old wounds, old childhood, inner child wounds, or anything like that, or even wounds from relationships. So take a moment and think about how you're moving forward and what is the decision you're making based on. And I love that she has these butterflies. It's like transformation. So, you know, freeing up those old negative patterns and thoughts in our brain, as well as our old wounds, to let them release, and we can raise our vibration to be able to make better decisions and bring in better abundance. So let's see what our power of surrender card is. So surrender to low self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. So if this is any kind of situation, maybe a love relationship, it could be even, you know, things you want to bring into abundance, like, you know, of course, money is always on the top of the list, but like even a career or something, you could be selling yourself short here, thinking you're not good enough, or it could be just because of low self-esteem. So this is saying, you know, really think about this, because you are worthy of so much more. You know, we are not our past or our mistakes or anything like that. So take a look at how you're looking at things and what kind of vibration you're putting out there, okay? So let's get our tarot cards. So we have this Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity and revelations. And we have it with the Page of Cups. Okay. So, you know, this is about like intellectual clarity as well as emotional intuition. So, because the Ace breaks through mental barriers and cuts away the confusion. But then the Page balances things out and inspires us to connect with our inner most feelings. So I'm feeling like this situation here is, you know, requiring you to balance that mental energy as well as our emotions. So our thoughts and our feelings here. All right, so let's see what else is coming up. Oh, we have the Star. That's one of my favorite cards. So we have the Star card, which is all about healing and wishes coming true. With the World, wow. Well, the World is the last major arcana. It's the completion card. So, you know, the Star is all about hope and inspiration, renewed sense of faith, and it reminds us to stay true to our own values, where the World is the ending. It symbolizes completion and accomplishment towards personal transformation. So this is embracing our journey of self-discovery and trusting that the universe is guiding you. Okay, so I love that. So just know, you know, trust, because, you know, sometimes when we have low self-esteem and things that have happened, any self-doubts or anything like that, it can make us question and get into that fear. So this is requiring you to, you know, calm the thoughts. Like if one is leading you more than the other, like if your thoughts are overpowering you or your feelings, or because we have to master our emotions as well. If one or the other is taking control, it can lead us down a path that we might not want to go. Okay, so this is balancing in that out and healing that energy so we can complete this and, you know, tap into things that are more abundant for us, right? So let's go ahead and get a card here. So now we have Move. A rolling stone gathers no moss. So what I'm getting here is a lot of times you might hold yourself back or be like a wallflower, even isolate yourself because of fear of, you know, what's going to happen or the unknown, or maybe not being confident enough, which is, I just realized that is perfect. This brings in confidence, right? So you might want to do some solar plexus healing with these stones here. Okay, so that's what I feel like it's coming. So you might be missing out on your purpose and mission of life, or life in general, because of these fears of things that have happened to us. And remember, we are not the things that have happened to us. We can change our life anytime, right? And we have to tap into that and get more empowered, right? So let's go ahead and get a spell for us for pile number 2. So this spell is about shield. Imagine an iridescent bubble around you whenever you're not feeling safe. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you might want to get some crystals too, as well as protection crystals. You know, there's quite a few out there. Black obsidian, things like that. And also, one of the things we can do is to protect ourselves. So of course, set healthy boundaries, but we can envision a bubble around us. It can be, you know, white in color, pink, whatever you want, and then that negative energy can't get to us. You know, it kind of bounces off that. So the shield. So you might want to try that one. So anyway, that is your message, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care. Bye. Okay, pile number 3, let's get into your message. Let's go ahead and talk about this red jasper first. So this helps with balance, stamina, and courage. It has been said that it creates an energy of aggression and dynamic energy. So it's kind of related to the fire signs a lot, especially Aries, because it's like that Mars energy, aggression and dynamic energy. So we're going to go ahead and see what this reading is though. So let's see. All right, so we have resilience, burn away the past. Well, they'll talk about Mars burning, that fiery energy. So this resilience is like releasing things, you know, it's burning away the past that doesn't serve us anymore. It's kind of like we're like in that pile of ashes on the floor, but this is relighting that inner flame, that spark within, and being like that phoenix rising. So there could be things from your past, and I'm feeling like way back, you know, not just like this past relationship that happened 3 months ago. I'm talking way back that you might have been carrying with you for a while. And it looks like she's almost like clouded. See this thing around her head? It's like she's in a daze. So I feel like it's something that you've been carrying for a long time, and it's kind of just become routine, kind of stuffed away. So there's some kind of energy here where we release that's been maybe not even consciously holding us back, and reigniting that, you know, that spark from within. So let's see what else is coming up. So we have trust. While your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urgently urging you to follow your alternative path. The logical path may be the one you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So yeah, see again, I almost feel like that's that light within, that little spark. I really feel like something dimmed your light in the past, and you might not even notice it, but you feel like something's missing in life. But there's something that needs to be ignited, and it could be like a trust issue because of something, again, that hurt you from your past. Okay, so let's see what else is coming up. Oh, surrender to inner peace. Oh, I love that. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within. Enjoy your inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So yeah, see, it could be just keeping you in this state of almost anxiety, like underlying anxiety. You might not even know why, but I feel like it's something that stemmed from your past, and it's something that you need to get to the bottom of and kind of relight. It kind of reminds me of that, if any of you saw that movie Soul, where she was in that little cave and kind of despondent a little bit, you know. So I don't know, let me know if it resonates with you guys. So now we have the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is all about, you know, conflicts that require strength and determination and persistence, as well as, you know, kind of defensiveness in a way, but kind of good defensiveness, like protecting our beliefs and things. We have it with the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is all about clarity and breakthroughs, you know, getting rid of that confusion. So together, these represent, you know, that you could be going through a challenge that requires clear, decisive action. So the 7 kind of indicates that, you know, this is formidable, but the Ace indicates that there is a breakthrough that is possible. So see, there you go. I love that. And then we have the 2 cards that are the Four of Swords, rest, rejuvenating, reevaluating, with the Queen of Pentacles, who is very nurturing and stable and grounded. So this kind of can represent a more feminine energy, which can be both male and female, but she is, you know, like strong and independent. So together, this may be indicating a need for a period of, you know, rest and recuperation in order to find prosperity and abundance in your daily life. So that kind of goes with that resilience, right? So this could be like burnout. When we drag things around with us too long, the stress of things, you know, it can really burn us out, and we get despondent and everything else. So there's some self-care needed here. You know, there's it's time to like take a break so you can ground yourself and get that stability back in your life. All right, so let's go ahead and get the last 2 cards here. So we have Radiance, keep your head held high and follow the sun. The sun, another fiery energy. So there's something about like fire and passion and that spark from within to build that confidence, right? And we're going to close this reading with a spell. Oh my goodness, self-love, yes. So self-love spell. Add drops of rose oil to pink tea lights. Light 1 candle and say, I am scared. I'm scared. No, we don't want to be scared. I'm sacred and worthy of love. Let me start that again, because I don't like that scared, but I feel like that came out for a reason. You know, maybe to show your true self. Aw. Let's read it again. Self-love. Add drops of rose oil to pink tea lights. Light 1 candle and say, I am sacred and worthy of love. Light another and say, I deserve all my hopes and dreams. Light a third and say, I accept and embrace my power and uniqueness. Allow all candles to safely burn completely. Yes, I love that. So yeah, I kind of feel like this is like important. You know, we could get like the rose quartz as well for self-love. But this builds our confidence and our stamina and our courage. So yeah, it's time to light that spark within again. You know, whatever hurt you or kept you held back from the past, it's time to release that, you know? And we got to really realize sometimes, not that we condone it, but, you know, people from our past had their own demons and issues and shadows and things too. So it's time to release that so you can step into your empowerment and feel confident and courageous, right? And stable. So that is your message, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and much love to you. Take care.